Oh, wow.
Jeff Deck, you gotta take this thing.
Oh, yeah.
And snap it.
Tell me
And
what.
wait a few seconds.
Like, hold on. Let me see something. Okay, I see. Okay.
All right.
Now?
Yeah.
My bad. Take one.
Welcome to OurBad with
OurBad. Fuck.
Big Bobby Jones and Matthew Collins. Today we're sitting down with Jeff Deck.
Jeff Deck.
And Bobby's got his podcast voice on. You didn't sound like that 5 seconds ago, dude.
He always
You got that
sounds
porn
like
voice
that.
going on right
Let's
now.
go.
Yeah.
How's it going, Jeff Deck?
Today, it's going good. I was able to crash for about 35 minutes, and then I'm on my way out here. I realized the sponsor who hasn't called me for 5 days lives half a mile away, and we've had 6 new intakes in 2 days. Welcome back from vacation. And my sponsor called me when I was taking a nap. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I tried to call him, but he was going into Gateway to talk to the patients. So now I'm like here. Thank God I'm here. That way I could do the podcast and not think about why he called me and I got to call him on the way home. So it's going good.
Wow. All right.
I swear I'm not on Adderall or Coke. It's just, bang
So
energy drink.
six in 2 days. That's a turnover.
Yeah. So how many people were there when you were there, Matt?
I want to say there was 20 beds.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I'm talking about the 4th Street Alcoholic Service Center. I'm the director of that place, operations manager now for 2 years next month. That shit went fast.
2 years?
Yeah. And when I got there was 19 beds and about 15 people. And today is the first time ever we filled it with 24 people. We have 24 beds now. I've added 5 new beds over 2 years legally. You'll add 5.
Legally?
Yeah, 5 people per shower head. It's like what I did when I ran Java, same thing.
Is that a rule?
Yeah, 5 people per shower head, man. Yeah, we're not far. Neither, far may be different. We're not far. We're our own private 501c3 nonprofit organization. The oldest one in Jacksonville. We're in year 63, just about.
So far. Explain that.
Yeah, I can't. It's FARR. I don't even want to try to.
Far out, bro.
So this is what I know about them, right? So a few years back, more than a few years back, less than 10 years though, you know how people were just opening up sober livings in Florida just to make money off of people like us. Yeah. It was like it was like trap houses, right? And it got around, so like people stepped in and created something called FAR, which it's an amazing thing. Right, but there's all kinds of rules you got to follow too, and there's background checks to become FAR certified. And if you're FAR certified, you're allowed to do certain things, not allowed to do certain things. For example, rehabs are only supposed to be calling FAR certified sober living places if they want their patients to go there.
So it's like a homeowners association.
You know what I'm saying?
Houses.
You know what I'm saying? But,
all right.
I mean, we get the calls anyway.
Nice.
They rehabs know where to send people, but. So yeah, we've put a couple of bunk beds in certain rooms, and we have more females than ever now. 8, so we have 8 females and 16 men right now today. But sober living.
Yeah, I've been arrested at 4th Street actually.
In 4th Street,
I woke up out of bed and arrested in that the downstairs back room, that first bed by the door.
Oh, okay.
Literally woke up to JSO kicking the foot of my bed. I had just come back, gotten out of Wekiva. I just come back to Jacksonville. This is 2021-ish,
right?
I think, right around then. Maybe 2020. It's right after COVID. They were still doing social distancing, but I'd come back. I had been on the run. Had a felony warrant. Just got out of Wekiva. Went to 4th Street. Had messaged. You remember Monica?
Oh yes.
I messaged Monica
for a long
and
time.
let her know where I was.
Right.
And a little birdie told JSO where I was. The next morning, I got arrested on my warrant.
Yo, so we have a bad luck bed, and it's in the back house downstairs, but it's not that bad.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely been arrested in that bed.
Dude, my wife got sober there 15 years ago.
Really?
Samantha got sober there, and that was like pretty much, there was like 1A and 1B on why I took that position. That was like 1A, 1B. Figured that's where God wanted me to go from Lakeview. I didn't want to leave Lakeview.
How long have y'all been together?
We will be married 4 years, September 25th. She's going to like that I knew that.
How long?
6 years together.
So when was that? What year?
So we're in 2019. We started dating.
Okay.
And,
no, I was just thinking because I remember hearing her at the spring fundraiser, and I was
Yeah, I was with her for that. Yep.
Yeah.
I was there with her for that. And,
I don't think I knew you too well.
But I think it was like right after that you came over for Thanksgiving.
I knew who you were. Like, I've heard the name Jeff Deck.
Yeah. Probably like
Everybody-
Bobby.
yeah.
But like thought I was an asshole.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I knew Jeff Deck back on Silver Softball. And
2016.
fun fact, I'm not like big into sports
Right.
at all.
No.
I'm not.
I
Just
remember
not-
you
I'm
batting.
Not, I'm not a sports guy. I don't give a fuck. I like to lift weights. That's what I do.
I heard you saying that on the podcast 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
And everybody and I get it. Like, you guys were real into softball. Like, and I love that for you guys. And I just wasn't. And you were just like so enthusiastic. And it was just like,
Jeff is so enthusiastic with everything he
I
does.
played. Also, I wasn't like really, really in the program. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like, I was like,
But that's also why it was my idea to like make 4 teams because so many people wanted to play, and I wasn't about winning because my whole life I was an athlete,
Yeah.
and all I was like, I was programmed by my dad, who was my coach. You have to win. You have to be the best. You have to be the best. You have to be perfect. And at that point in my sobriety, I was like, I don't give a shit if we win or lose. We're staying sober. We're having fun. So let's have like 4 teams. So I was really into it,
You were
enthusiastic.
real into it, yeah.
But there was a lot of people who were into it to the point where we need to win now. We have to have the best players. And,
Yeah, that's no
and that's partially the reason why it crumbled down.
Yeah.
You know, partially. Yeah.
but now I love you. I think you're fucking awesome.
Love you too, man. So, yeah.
What's your most current event you have going on?
Shit. So,
That's been announced. I'm sure you probably have
speaking at or
3,
event
like fundraiser.
fundraiser. Okay, so we're Bobby, you've participated in the poker fundraisers, right?
The poker.
You remember the one at Best Bet I did?
Oh
Did you come
yeah,
to
I
that?
did. I sure did.
So I've done 2 of those. One for I used to have this nonprofit called Recovery Rent. I don't know if you guys remember that. We
I
helped.
do.
Me and my sponsee Peter L, and my wife, we put together a nonprofit called Recovery Rent. And after 10 months, we had to shut it down because it got so big, man. We helped 136 people, over $29,000 we collected, and paid people's rent. But it got to the point where it was getting out of state, and I had a job, and we don't get paid for that crap, so we had to shut it down. So we did one for that. Paris Jr. was huge in helping me with all that stuff. I miss him so much. And then, I had an LLC, which we stopped doing because I solely want to stay focused on getting 4th Street financially stable as I could this year. So we did one there, and now we're not going to do it at Best Bet. We're going to do it at the old Recovery High School where I've had roasts and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to do that on August 23rd, which is a Saturday at 6. We're only taking 64 people, and the money goes to 4th Street. And that's it. We'll go to the 4th Street residents are going to be servers, 8 tables. Jason P. from Recovery Roofing, he's helping out a lot with this. After that, that's August. In October, I guess you're going to hear it here first. We are roasting Tamara Colcord.
Uh-oh.
And we're going to do that in October.
Oh, yeah, I got to go to that.
Yeah, that'll probably be the 2nd or 3rd week of October, but probably the 1st or 2nd week, so it's going to be back-to-back in October. We're going to do our Halloween Haunted House again.
Okay, cool.
Last year, I screwed it up because I'm not part of all those groups on Facebook anymore, those AA groups. I focus on 4th Street,
Yeah.
So I planned our Halloween Haunted House last year on the same night as the Mandarin Masquerade Ball. There was bingo at San Marco. There was like this YPG thing at Penman. There was something somewhere else. So the community was split up everywhere. We only had like 55 people come as opposed to like 150. So it was my bad, and so this year we're going to do it like the 1st week of October.
Okay.
So
listen,
we
you guys
got
did a great
that.
job at 4th Street.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I wasn't there. I don't remember. Jen was in it.
I
think.
went there,
Yeah.
and I was like, there wasn't very busy. I know
No,
that.
the year before
But it
we had
was so
150.
good. It was so, I was like, oh man, I wish more people
A lot
were
of
here.
work
I
goes
was
into
caught
it,
up
man.
doing something.
Yeah, and then right after that, we'll do a breakfast fundraiser, either again with Erin at Texas or Longhorn State, whatever she's
Longhorn,
at.
yeah.
And if she's not available to do it, I'll go to Applebee's, and all that money solely goes to what we do every year at 4th Street, Christmas for the Kids of Parents in Recovery, where we buy them Christmas presents. So I've got all this stuff planned out, and there'll probably be another thing there at some point.
Were
as
you
far
there,
as
Bobby?
events.
Did you see the Christmas thing last year?
No, I didn't see the Christmas thing.
It had a great Santa Claus.
Oh yeah.
So every year right before Christmas.
Were you the
Yes.
Santa Claus?
He was awesome, dude.
Aw.
The year before we had Maurice, man, we had a black Santa Claus, and the kids loved him, dude. It was great. And we got the Grinch. We got elves who come, some girls come, they dress up as elves, and man, we she's a couple of $1,000s, man, and we were able to help probably about 40-something kids. And we get a snow machine outside for them, and so we give back too.
I will go anywhere where Matthew is in a Santa suit.
Oh, he was so good.
Oh, I think so good. You got the beard. Oh yeah.
Wait, are you saying you want to volunteer again, or you retired?
I'll do it.
Do you still have the costume?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you gave it back?
I gave it back.
My wife and I got a storage unit. It's probably
Yeah. No, I didn't. I definitely gave it back.
Yeah, but that's as far as events. That's what we got going on. This Saturday is a big YPG event. If this is on before Saturday, they're bidding for Fikipa.
Oh yeah,
and it's at Penman Road at 9:15. 9 o'clock talent show. Yeah. That's gonna be awesome. Those if YPG is so great, man. Thank God we have them here in Jacksonville. They asked me to come there and speak at 8, so I'm going to bring a whole bunch of people from 4th Street, and my wife's going to come, so that's from 8 to 9, and then the talent show right afterwards. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Bobby, you should go in the talent show.
For what? I'm not talented.
Just get out there and swing a fucking softball bat.
Oh, you want to watch me lift some heavyweight?
Go play catch with somebody.
Just go out there and flex.
I recently watched you do the steps at Penman, and you did a phenomenal job.
Thank you.
You're just such a good poet. Like you really should start a podcast again because you're so good at talking, and you do so much for so many people. Mm. And I know sometimes you get shit on, and that sucks. Yeah. Because it seems to me like you're always doing stuff for other people.
Yeah. You say shit on, the word that comes to my mind is hated on.
Yeah, and it comes with the territory not of working in recovery or working for rehabs, but running sober livings. Yeah, and running a clubhouse, having the most popular guy in Jacksonville, and it shouldn't even be a popularity contest. Who used to be a sponsor, and graciously leaving with a certain situation and giving the right 2 weeks notice after blood, sweat, and tears, and thanking the men who put my hand in the hand of God, because they did, and then. Getting shit on, hated on, whatever the word is, I say to myself, and my wife has taught me so much. The biggest thing she's taught me is grace. And God's granted me grace. God knows how I've shitted on people in my past. And so my job is not to react to anybody's reactions.
I'll say this.
I have not reacted to anybody out there who's talking.
You do a great. You literally do a really good job.
Why? So one of the people who shits on me taught me a very valuable lesson when I was with him. He was like, "Don't ever allow anybody to steal your serenity. What step are you? What step? You're supposed to turn your will and your life over to the care of God. Don't turn your will and your life over to the care of so and so if they're shitting on you or talking crap about you or whatever." So I do that with them now. So thank you. Thank you for showing me who not to be. Thank you for the life lessons. And I ain't perfect, but I will tell you this. I am the guy who will try his hardest to live by these principles outside of that hour meeting. That's really, really big for me. Why should I? I lied, and I was a con artist, and I was a master manipulator my whole life. And I did it for the first 4 years of my sobriety. You know my story. Yeah. And I was miserable, especially when I was alone at night in sobriety, knowing that I was a liar. I'm not going to do it no more because I know that pain, and I know the pain I put other people through. So I don't want to cause that anymore. So for the past 7.5 years, man, I'm very happy with the growth I have, my relationship with God. And the cool thing is, when I fuck up, and I do, there's steps to fix it immediately. And I'm so big on, don't make the same mistake by hurting that person the same way. Like if somebody's cheating on their spouse, stop cheating on your spouse. If somebody's stealing shit, stop continuing to steal shit. If somebody's talking shit about somebody, stop talking shit about somebody. If I'm a clean and sober person, I shouldn't continue that character defect. It should be noticed. It should be asked God to relieve us from it, and it should be fixed. That's what I believe. All right. I try my hardest.
So, I'm just gonna I'm easily triggered sometimes by people, and sometimes fancy to real, as they say.
Fancy what?
Fancy to real.
No, I never heard of that. Is that some southern shit? Fancy to real? That's pretty cool. What's it mean?
Either came up with it in my head, or it actually happened.
Wow.
Yeah, that's from the big book.
Oh yeah.
It says fancied or real.
Yes, I don't. Yeah,
Big book Matt, baby. Yeah.
It says like it's talking about people more upset. Sometimes fancied or real has the power to actually kill something like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, my point is that I don't think you've ever done anything that made me mad before, and I
try not
me
to.
personally.
And listen, the guys who run Sober Living or the women who run Sober Living, be it Alco, a City House, Home Away from Home, Jabba, 4th Street, Oxford, if you're the manager or the person running it and you ask somebody to leave, whether they used, drank, or broke rules or whatever, that person majority of the time is going to go to a new Sober Living and talk shit about you.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the residents.
I've never lived under Jeff.
No.
Yeah, I'm talking about the community, certain people in the community who have time. The residents, that comes with the territory. They're good. They're
sure.
sick. I'm sick. It is what it is. But,
I know all about halfway. I was the halfway house hopper king for 2017, 2020, probably something like that. I don't fucking know, but I was all over Riverside, 4th Street, fucking Home Away from Home.
So you never lived at a place when he was running it either.
No, we must have just missed each other.
Yeah.
So I ran Java from August of 2017 to October of 2021. And now I've been at 4th Street for 2 years. So
Yeah, you were at
6
Java when I
years.
was. Yeah. I remember you were because I've never been to Java.
Yeah.
I don't know why I never tried Java. I just never did. I guess I just stuck in there.
I know why you didn't. There's no females there.
It was all men's house.
That may be what it was. I found out recently that San Marco is an all-woman's house. I didn't know that. It was
Upstairs?
There's only like 4 people that live there.
I could see you doing like
was
the
like-
fucking John Cusack with the radio to you falling in love with one of them.
I was joking about not. I was talking to somebody about not living in San Marco, and they were like, "Well, you're not a girl," and I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Wow, okay."
Yeah, it's 2025. I am who I am.
So I was thinking about this. I was just like kind of going over in my head things to talk about for this, and I thought about all of our guests so far, and that Jeff has a connection to all of them. Because first we had Jason.
Yeah.
Definitely have a connection with
Who's my
old
first
Jason.
manager and awesome at 4th Street, and still
Hard to
good
read.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we had Mike and Joe Biederman.
Correct.
Mike Fisher. You
Mike
put on a
Fisher's-
rose for Mike.
Yeah, and he's a sponsee brother too, and he and Biederman, they're for what is it, Dare to Disc?
Yeah, and you were
And
involved
they
in that.
really helped out last year, 4th Street. Thank you guys.
So we and then we had Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm. It's my,
And I talked to
my
her
sister.
about the podcast.
Yeah.
Y'all had a podcast. I was on it. Only time I've been on a podcast.
Yeah.
And then Stephanie.
Yeah.
Who you've
Stephanie
also
and-
roasted.
Yeah, and we've recently Stephanie. I've always known her. She's known me, but
Everybody, yeah.
we just kind of became friends in the past 2 years that I was at 4th Street because she's so active in the recovery community with newcomers, and because the Cold Courts and myself have become such good friends, and she's like best friends with them.
they're-
I mean, yeah, it's just
I can't wait to see that roast because I was there for the
it's
the
gonna
other
be
one.
Great. Chris said he has so
To
many.
watch
Yeah.
all 3 of those people,
Yeah.
just like even though I didn't stay sober, to watch them all stay sober and become who they have all become separately is like amazing. Like,
If I could, so Matt said that connection, right? This is what went through my mind. And trust me, a lot of shit goes through my mind, right? Is when I first got sober, it was June of 2013, and Larry E was my first sponsor, and he walked me over to Java Club, and Java became my home. And to this day, I absolutely love that place. I miss it and all that stuff. But I'm a big proponent of stepping away from any kind of possible whatever. So what I'm saying is, when I finally left there and went to Lakeview, you know how Herbert Spencer says contempt prior to investigation. My sobriety went from a box, from being at a clubhouse for the first 8 years of my sobriety, and now I just turned 12, to this. And God had a plan, because I was just like, it's AA, has to be AA, that's the only way, and that's bullshit, right? I don't give a shit today if it's AA, NA, Smart Recovery, Dharma, Buddhist Recovery. There's an actual thing. It's not Jeffrey Dahmer. It's fucking, Celebrate Recovery. I don't care what it is. please just choose something and do what those people did. On top of that, it's the whole relationship with our higher power. Look, I'm Catholic. My wife's Christian. We go to a Baptist church. I've sponsored a Muslim. It's not about that. I'll always be Catholic. She'll always be Christian. I don't care who your higher power is. You know, I know where the big book originated from, Oxford, all that stuff. What I'm saying is it doesn't matter as long as it's not myself. So getting connected with YPG, getting connected with people in NA when I went to Lakeview and now at 4th Street, being able to know that there's other ways, there's medicines out there that can help. Yeah. You know, Vivitrol shot, Subutex shot. There's all kinds of things. These are things that I had those a shield on because of how I was just in one box for the first 7-8 years of my sobriety. You know, so God had a plan, and I'm just letting him work it, dude. And it's just, the more I know, I just want to know more. Somebody gave, a resident walked up to 4th Street today and said they got this plant from this sponsor, and it's called the Bill W. plant. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And I Googled it. It's an actual Bill W. plant. I forget what kind of jasmine or ivy it is, but apparently somebody brought Bill W. a plant when he was on his deathbed. And then he died, and Lois, his wife, took it home with him, and it's called the Bill Wilson plant. I didn't know that. I want to know these things. There's more than just one little thing, you know?
There's like a plant that people go and visit his house, and they take clippings from it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
My sponsor has it. I think he gave Jen some. I don't know what she did with it, but
shoot,
you're 100% right though. There's a million ways to get sober, and when I first came into AA, I was like, it's got to be AA.
Yeah.
AA is the only way. Yeah. If you don't do AA, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
but that's not true. I mean, AA is great, but AA is the foundation of all of those recovery programs, right?
It is,
and the Oxford, right?
Yeah,
the Oxford
6 steps,
but 12-step programs, AA is the basis of it, and they're all just like spin-offs. And they all tell you to do the same shit and just apply it to different things.
Exactly. And, you know, you guys have heard me say it before. Like, my drug of choice is alcohol, but when I take a drink at Cold Pookie, I'm a fucking trash man. You give me it, I'm going to use it.
That's why I don't drink.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, dude?
Heroin.
I was an alumni coordinator for Lakeview, and one of the things we would do... You were my patient. One of the things that we would do is the day before each patient leaves, we bring them in there, the alumni coordinators. We say, hey, listen, here's your T-shirt. Here's some swag. What do you plan on doing? You know, I'm going to call you at a certain period of time. Do you need a printout of certain meetings? Where do you live? What program do you want to work? And I remember bringing in a female, and she said she lived in Dubai. Okay, she said, can you print out the AA meetings in Dubai? So I do a Google search, and there's like maybe 3 meetings a day for Alcoholics Anonymous in Dubai. I said, hold on a second. I Googled NA in Dubai, and there was like fucking 15, 20 meetings a day in Dubai for NA. So they're getting high up in Dubai.
Yeah. I know a lot of those countries you can't drink in.
Dude, so what I'm saying is, I got sober in Jacksonville with 60-something meetings a day for Alcoholics Anonymous. There's a handful a day for NA. If we were in Jacksonville and there was 60 meetings a day for NA and only 5 for AA, I would choose NA because I want the best statistics to stay sober. There's more people. There's more people to help me. There's more meetings to shoot to. There's more information that's being given to me. The bottom line, if I move to Idaho tomorrow and all they have is NA, I'll be fine with it. The only difference is the wording in the first step. I mean, really, give me a sponsor, give me some meetings, and let me work the steps.
Yeah.
You know?
So I want to go back to something you said. You said there's a lot that goes through your mind.
Oh, yeah.
And I can imagine.
Yeah.
You have lots of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, since you've been at 4th Street, every time I come there, you've done something, you've added something, you changed something, you moved something.
While making TikTok videos.
So,
it's always, there's just always content coming from
Sober Dad 061413. Yeah.
So what's it like in there? What's it like in Jeff Deck's
Watch
mind?
TikTok.
So the great Jim Sullivan, I can say his last name because he does and all that, right? You guys know who he is, right? About a Penman, and he doesn't live here anymore, but just a great man. He told me early on, Jeff, if you want to have a bad day, think of yourself. And I don't know why, you know, you guys work the steps, so you probably have gone over in your past certain reasons why we have these traits, right? And I mentioned my dad about perfectionism, because I was a basketball player, but I was like the captain of the team in basketball, the captain of the team in baseball, the captain of the team in soccer. I had to have the game plan. I was a coach. I was a high school basketball coach. I coached back in New York. I had to have the game plan. My mind had to think ahead. You know how it is, like coaching or playing. Well, not playing sports for you, but if you could imagine, you got to see what's ahead of you, and it happens when I drive too. So my head is always thinking ahead. So back to what Jim Sullivan said. I'm always thinking up here, whether it's about me or something else. So I want to help other people. I'm the alcoholic who ain't scared of change. We hear that shit in the rooms. They're so scared of change. That's bullshit. Yeah, maybe we're scared of change, but we're supposed to be getting over fear by working the steps. Let's change something and see if it works. I used to be so scared to fail. And because I was so scared to fail, I wouldn't try something. Now it's okay to try and fail. It's okay not to try. So that's what goes through my head. Wow, this room, maybe it needs a new fresh coat. Maybe I last year I spent
I think it's awesome.
Hey, dude, $150 on real flowers. They were dead in 9 months. I got fake flowers now. When we get a new resident, I tell them their chore is to water them. It's so fun. I mean, shit.
When I lived at, or go ahead.
No, you're good.
No, I lived at 4th Street. I remember the water the plants chore, but it was just like one resident always got that chore, and it was a whole thing like, why does she always get watering the plants?
High class problems.
I hadn't been there in a long time.
Yeah.
And then I went and I was like, I think this living room's a different color. Like, this house seems way different than it.
Well, I took down my office that was in the meeting room because I wanted more space for the patrons.
Gotcha.
And you know where my office is? Go ahead.
In the food pantry.
In the food pantry.
Solid.
I made the food pantry into my office. It's like
that was amazing. I was like, holy shit! How did he come up with that one?
We need more room in there because we're getting more visitors, right?
Yeah.
And we have more residents, and I want them to be comfortable. It's about comfortability when we get clean and sober. We move into sober living. So the hat I'm wearing right here is the Summit Wellness Group. Shout out. John Klempner, my boy, and Bob out in Atlanta, Georgia. They flew me there to speak to them about a year ago. And I met John through TPAS, who was a treatment professionals and alumni service when I went to Lakeview, and they would fly us around the country twice a year. And I met him in Malibu, California when I went. And this is his place. It's a fantastic IOP, PHP. And, he and Bob, both in the program, they started this place, particularly Bob. And they're only like 10 years sober, right? But they had the money to do so. And their whole thing is when you walk into this IOP, and you guys have seen IOPs here in Jacksonville, it's a lot of places that look like offices. Let's not count Chris's yet, okay, but the other places. And that's okay because we need them. But they built their place to be like, when a new patient, client, resident walks in, we want them to be like, wow. They care about us. They've got great stuff here. It's clean. It's not walking into like a doctor's office.
Yeah.
And so when I'm at 4th Street, and even when I was at Java, that was my whole mentality. Let's make this place as nice as possible for, number one, our residents, because they have to live there, so they're comfortable. Because if we're comfortable, it's a little bit easier to stay clean and sober for a day. A little bit easier. If you walk into a place that's overcrowded, dirty, dingy, not painted, stuff coming off the walls, a mess in the kitchen, microwave's a disaster, kitchen's messed up, why do you want to stay?
You don't?
Exactly.
I can tell you right now.
Exactly.
My first halfway house I walked into, I was like, no.
We tell people to keep coming back, and sometimes people say, stay instead.
Yeah.
Stay. Just give it a shot. You're in a good place. It's home for now. It's a halfway house. You're halfway home. But just stay. So I want to make it as clean as possible. Artificial turf out front, We got a little golf course going.
It's so, when my first memory of 4th Street is just like old dudes sitting on the front porch. Mm-hmm. I wasn't even sure if that building had AC because nobody was ever inside.
Right.
They were always on the front porch. And like, if you went there, I was told they just put you in like a hard metal bed and you sweat your ass off until you got sober, and like you would detox there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm learning new things about it as I go. There was a guy who was on the board. He did a lot for the place, Paul C. He goes out to Trout River a lot. And he's come by a few times here in the past few months and shot the crap with me. And he told me like it was early 2000s where they finally kind of changed that, but it used to be you could come in and you kind of detox in that meeting room on the floor, cots or whatever.
It was like the detox before Gateway, because when I worked at Gateway, they would talk about 4th Street, like, oh yeah, we used to detox at 4th Street.
And it was color coded. You would have to wear like a color coded thing. So like you start off red, which means is you cannot leave that property for 2 weeks. If you leave, you lose your cot. And it was that serious back then. Yeah.
But yeah, that house has been around how long?
I think it's 80-something years old. A quick Zillow search will look, but we're coming into year 63. Year 63 now. In 1963, I believe it was established. I got the sign up there. I had one of the residents make a really nice sign. So I think it was 1963. Because Brandy did the fundraiser for the 60 years. That was 3 years ago. And I'm there 2 years. So yeah, it's just about... It could be 63 years, or it's about to be 63 years. Gotcha. Oldest one in Jacksonville, man.
And shout out to Brandy. Opportunity with the 4th Street shirts here, because we all have them.
yeah, but that's okay. Listen, again, they sell themselves, and I'm going to bring them to the upcoming events. We've made our money back already, and it's more about, hey, man, we're here too, because 4th Street gets forgotten about. Especially for meetings.
It does.
It does.
100%
probably because it's small. And again, I hate to say the word popular, but there's certain meetings out there that are just, on certain times, that it's monopolized by the crowd that goes. And that's okay. That's okay. People need other places, And
I love 4th Street. I was there before, but I mean, even when I lived there, it felt comfortable.
You host meetings there? You got a meeting there?
Oh, yeah. I feel like indentured servant to 4th Street, because that doesn't sound good, but like I have a lot of gratitude for that place, and it's like I couldn't imagine not being involved with it and going back, because I can remember being at places and seeing like people come back, have success there, come back and want to help the people. And that was the first thing I noticed. Even when I was like at Alumni House, that was the first place I lived at. And there's a group of guys that went through there and were coming back, bringing meetings, talking to people. And I was like, wow, that's cool.
It's so important for ex-residents to come back to these places. And
it doesn't happen a lot.
No. And it's like, so Matt and Jason and even like Christian now, it's comparable to guys I had, Nathan K, Stephen K, and Rick D. Those are my first 3 guys over at Jobber in 2017. They really are the 3 that turned that place around as far as people, nighttime, people coming. And then when they all moved out successfully, they would come back and help the next group of guys. And then, and then those guys would move out successfully, and they would come back, and then there was 6, and then there was 12. Yeah. Does it sound familiar? That's exactly what the forward of our big book talks about. Yeah. Forward 1, 2, 3, 4. Started with 2, went to this, and that's what 4th Street we're trying to establish.
It's a great house, man. When I was there, it was like, I've lived there twice. One time I got kicked out for a failed drug test, which wasn't real. But I really wasn't getting high. And I swear to God I wasn't.
They didn't give you a second one before.
No.
I offer a second one most of the time.
I just went to home away from home right down the street.
And
then I got arrested there. But I lived there for a while, and like they give you just enough room to enough leash to hang yourself. Like you give enough come and go. I mean, at the time you did, or like if you didn't want to do it, you could go fuck up.
And drug tests are expensive, and I totally believe in this. And I tell each resident, I got this spiel that I give each one of them. It's like the same thing. I can't get you drunk. I can't get you sober. You can't get me drunk. You can't get me sober. Yeah. You may fake out a P test that, we may miss you on a breathalyzer. But if you're anything like me, which I think you are, right? If you drank or used and got away with it, you're going to want more very quickly, and we're going to know anyway. Yeah. It works itself out. Yeah. It really does.
You always get caught.
Yeah. Yeah. If you live in sober living, you're going to get caught.
Because you're not good enough.
So, and that's my whole thing is, and I get why people won't cop to it, because you'll be homeless, you don't want to go anywhere else. But everybody else is in jeopardy. Everybody else gets put in danger. But that's the selfish part of our disease. So, it's love and tolerance, man. Love and tolerance. And as long as a resident isn't causing a commotion, I don't send them away unless we say to them, do you want us to call other places to try to see if we could get you in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, believe me, I told a couple of people, get off this porch, but.
How's your turnover rate, man? Like you getting guys sober, yeah?
As a community, we do with God, and so we just had 9 people with a year or more living there out of 22.
All right.
5 have moved out successfully. So right now we have 4. Another guy just got to me from jail. He has 2 years. So that's 5 guys with a year or more. I have 2 more guys picking up a year and 2 months. So we'll have 7 out of the 24 beds with a year or more. A shitload of people with 6 months or more.
Nice.
And that's the cool thing about it being just a house. And there's 2 houses, one in front of the other, right? It's just a house. It's not big ass place where there's a bunch of meetings or a bunch of like hundreds of people coming a day. They get a chance to live and stay. It's like Big Brother, but nicer. It really is a small community.
It's fun too. Like, I mean, as much as I hated living in halfway, I loved living in halfway. It was so much fun. You're always surrounded by people that you love.
Oh, yeah.
Like
it's like rehab, dude.
And like you got your little friends, and like and you get all excited to see each other. You're home from work, yay!
I loved rehab. I loved it.
I still like I like going there and hanging out still, and I get to go home.
So I tell everybody, come by the porch. You see me, I'm a Facebook junkie, man. Come by, have a coffee. Anytime a visitor come by, as I say, can I have a picture with you? And it's the same thing, because I'm OCD as shit, too. Love our visitors. Yeah. We're here. Come say hello. Don't forget about us. These men and women sit on the porch, too. I got 4 people who collect, 3 who collect Social Security checks, 1 a female who can't work, who has severe mental health. So there's always 4 people there. Always. Come on by and say hello. Shoot the shit with me. Talk about God. Talk about the 12 steps. I want to talk to you about God in the 12 steps. Come on over.
Maybe end up on a podcast. Who knows?
Yeah, not mine. Yeah, man.
You got to get it set up so you just have guests come in.
What I want to do is just YouTube, but forget about Spotify and Apple. It's just so much work. I'm just so technologically declined. Is that the word? Yeah, we were talking about it. Yeah, when Elizabeth's ready, she'll tell you she listened to it. Now we're going to really find out. You ain't going to listen to it, Elizabeth. Now when she tells us she listened to it, I'm going to ask her what I said about her.
Did you listen to it, Elizabeth?
Yeah, she did listen.
Say something more specific.
Yeah, exactly.
Dolphins.
Okay. Yeah, dolphins.
Did you listen to it?
Taylor Swift is
a dolphin.
Is terrible. Miley Cyrus is the best. Yeah. So we'll see if she watches it. When she's ready to come back, we'll do it again. But I want to revamp it.
So you say you're not technologically whatever, but man, you got some.
Listen, you operate TikTok way better than me.
That's social media, dude. That's the easy stuff. There's so much on TikTok I can't figure out.
If you can do CapCut, you can do.
I don't know any of them buttons.
I got CapCut and I was confused. So I wanted to talk about your first. I don't know if you can see this or not. Your first.
Oh, Ghetto Super Dad. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about him doing the TikTok.
Ghetto Super Dad, baby.
Yeah.
That's what started it all, right?
Yeah, it's kind of part of my story. I quit Alcoholics Anonymous after 6 months, and I didn't call one of y'all. I didn't pick up the phone. I didn't go to a meeting. And for 7 or 8 weeks, maybe longer, man, I got irritable, restless, discontent. The main problem the alcoholic center is in the mind. It's a proven fact. Big Book Matt, page 23. Sound about right?
Somewhere around there.
No, it's 23. So what happened was I was thinking about myself the whole time. I didn't want to make love to my ex-wife. I didn't want to hold my son. I was miserable, yelling at her for putting pillows a certain way. You should have seen me driving. I'm bad now, but back then, oh my God, dude. And I went crazy. And there was this guy who was getting millions of hits for his videos called Bat Dad. He would put on a Batman outfit and would have his young kid and his wife, and he would just say, "I'm Bat Dad," and everybody loved it. So I said, "Screw him. I'm a better dad than you. I'm going to create my own character and call myself Ghetto Super Dad." So I got me a Monster Energy hat, Adidas gear, an airport red blanket as a cape, a bandana poked holes in it, and I started making these YouTube videos called Ghetto Super Dads, these shorts. I had my ex-wife come out with her camera, and I had a sign, "Visit Ghetto Super Dad's YouTube channel," on the corner of Southside Boulevard and Bay Meadows Road in rush hour. 37-year-old man sober holding up that sign dressed like that.
I love you.
I went crazy.
Yeah.
And thank God somebody else called me, and I started working the steps. I got out of it. Yeah,
let's bring him back.
Everybody.
I think we gotta
I think Matt wants to play one, but I had a community service worker at Java come up to me and say, "Yo, are you Ghetto Super Dad?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "No, I'm one of your followers." I couldn't believe it, dude. And I got like 5 followers on it. He was one of them. He got sent there doing time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I might just put a clip in.
You should. Just or at least just a screenshot of.
Oh, you know me. I don't give a shit. I like embarrassing
Once it's
myself.
on the internet,
When you
it's
told
forever.
your story, the first time you talked about it, I was like, "Oh, I gotta find this." And I don't know, I found it somehow.
Yeah, Google.
Yeah. That was also part of my first impression of you. Was like I remember that happening.
Yeah.
Not my first impression, but like that was part of my impression of the Ghetto Super Dad.
Oh, dude, I used the Superman theme. I was like printing out pictures on the paper of people in AA and my friends back home in Queens, New York, and using them in the video. I used Taylor Swift in a video, a printed out picture, and threw like food on her picture saying, "You need to eat, bitch." All kinds of stuff. I was nuts, dude.
Listen, you can't shit on them fucking Taylor Swift, bro. She's got like half the world. And they're Swifties, and they'll turn on you. They're real. Like, that's worse than talking bad about COVID.
I think I talk bad about Taylor Swift because I have so many friends who love her. Like, she actually is in my Spotify running music, so I ain't a Swiftie, but I listen to her.
So let me think of some other things that Jeff doesn't like. Let's talk about turn signals. Or lack thereof.
So you remember when I said I used to have a really, like, there was times, man, I would spit on people's windows. I had terrible road rage. And if you're listening and you drive with me, you'll say I have road rage. But if you really think about it,
I do.
Here's what I don't do. I do not look at you when I drive past you or you drive past me. I do not tailgate you. I do not brake check. I do not use the horn unless it's an absolute emergency. I use my blinkers, okay? I will cuss you out and scream and shout, but I won't look at you doing it and you can't hear me. It's like anger management for me.
Okay. I do that.
Because think about it. I work in recovery, particularly rehabs and sober livings, for 10 years now. I have to be the example of underreacting to all the newcomers. I cannot overreact to them. So I got to practice love and tolerance. It's like Kramer from Seinfeld, serenity now, serenity now, serenity now. And then he explodes at the end of the episode. I know I'm going to have a chance to release when I get behind my wheel and not hurt anybody. It's a weird
truck.
No. But I ain't chasing nobody. I'm just there like, come on, move faster. But it really releases any kind of frustration I have, if it makes sense to y'all. Yeah, they're saying I'm fucking crazy still, which I am.
And it's become like a funny thing. People love to tag Jeff and something if it involves.
I can't help that my blinker was out of fluid.
God, use your blinker. It's right. It's here. It's here.
Think about other people, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
that's the ultimate way of thinking about other people.
You should just know that I'm getting over.
Dude, what it does is it helps me always use my blinker and drive correctly. I'm not talking about what I say in the car. I'm talking about how I drive. Because what if one of y'all are driving near me and see me not using my blinker? It's the same thing.
Could you imagine if you...
put your damn shopping cart back.
They probably break the internet.
You happen to notice that you're driving and Dex getting over it. That motherfucker did not use his blinker.
Dude, put your shopping cart back. We're supposed to be practicing these principles behind the steps. Put your shopping cart back. And the fact that I'm saying that now, I better put my shopping cart back. Because if you see me not, please call my ass out. I put it back. It's little things like that. I'm being serious right now. They help me grow to be a better person.
Do not pee on the toilet seat.
Well,
I was always good at putting it up
and
down. Yeah,
I put that shopping cart back. It's a while ago, but I was talking to this girl and I popped it up on the curb, and she was like, "Oh my God, you're a bad person." Yeah. And I was like, "What?" She was like,
"You are."
She's like, "You're just gonna leave the cart on the curb like that?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "I can't believe you're a bad person." And I was like, "Okay."
Are you on TikTok? Are you?
I am a little bit.
Oh, so and you probably follow on Facebook now too. You just got on Facebook, Cart Narcs. Like a narc,
yeah.
Cart narcs. He videos, and Yeah, like people not putting their carts back, and he chases them down and throws stickers on the car, and they get out and come after him. He's like, "What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? You got to put your car back."
I don't have a problem with people chasing me down ever.
No, but it's good. It's good. Yeah.
All right, next one.
Uh-oh.
Deviled eggs.
Yeah.
You don't like deviled eggs?
No.
That's un-American.
No.
Catching some terrorist vibes.
I do have like a gag reflex, and that really is one of them. Like,
I love deviled eggs.
Absolutely.
Eat a whole tray of them.
No, I'm a very picky food eater, and I've gotten a little bit better. Try different things. Like, for example, first of all, I love mozzarella cheese.
Mozzarella.
Yeah, and Parmesan cheese. But I'm talking about like the block cheese, because I've worked in 9 different wine and liquor stores. Some of them really big in the city, and one used to like serve like wine servings, famous people, and they would always have these cheese things and these food things outside, and I would try the cheese. Dude, the only cheese I eat is mozzarella cheese, of course Parmesan cheese, and I'll eat a grilled cheese if I make it. Only if I make it, because I put a bunch of adobo on it. You know, I never liked mayonnaise unless it was in tuna fish.
Too.
I'll use mayonnaise on a BLT. That's it. On a regular sandwich, you know, things like that.
When I was a kid, I used to make mayonnaise sandwiches.
That's
just
disgusting.
bread and mayonnaise.
My brother used to put ketchup on
I was also
bologna.
fat.
Yeah.
I think my love for
Bobby used
condiments
to eat spoonfuls of mayonnaise.
I literally would.
Really?
I wouldn't like just back to back, but like I would spoon mayonnaise onto a sandwich, a piece of bread, and I would on both pieces, honestly, and I'd smash it together, and then there'd still be mayonnaise on the spoon. And I was fat, a fat fuck.
So you weren't poor and you were doing it?
No. I was just a fat little kid that liked mayonnaise and condiments and ketchup, and I just continued to get fat. And then one day somebody's like, condiments are real fattening, and I was like, that's why I'm so fat.
Yeah, like I could only use mustard with my keto diet, and I miss ketchup. I love ketchup. I can only use mustard
though. Yeah.
Yeah, 0 cups.
Yeah. It's actually the best sauce for you, mustard. Just plain yellow mustard.
So keto diet, how's that going?
You look great. Your
Thank
arms
you.
look phenomenal.
I haven't even lifted yet.
I know,
I'm waiting until I get to 210, man.
I got some pictures I want to bring up. One of them. Oh,
Yeah.
Damn it. I didn't save that one.
Where's my note?
It's the one where you had your pants out.
Oh,
Find it.
shit. Yeah, that was a size 44 waist. I'm down to like 36,
really?
38.
That's a big boy waist.
Yeah, man. It was the biggest I ever
When
got
were
to.
you fat like that?
January 14th. I weighed 260.8, the most I ever did in sobriety. I'm also tall and I'm wide.
Well,
like
I'm
you.
256 right now.
Yeah, but you got mostly muscle. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
42.
Yeah, I'm 48. So there is a big difference there. Trust me, you'll feel it more at 48. Okay,
I'm sure.
It's tougher to lose the weight. So I didn't feel myself.
Yeah.
And, God bless my wife. She loves me anyway, and I'm happily married. So I didn't give a shit. I love cake. I love bread. I love chips, all that stuff. And I let myself go, man. And there was a lot of depression, but I would get out of my depression by helping others. And then I found out I had low testosterone.
Yeah.
And
Did you get done TRT?
I'm 9 months in, and
Nice.
it's a game.
Oh, yeah.
It's a game.
Let's go.
I'll talk about that in a minute. But as far as keto, the first time I did it was when I was going through my 3rd divorce, and I did it out of a revenge diet. I did it for the wrong reasons, and I lost like 56 pounds. I got down to 196. So I did that in the span of 9 months, lost like 56 pounds. So I know how to do it, and I'm disciplined in it, and I don't mind it because it's meat. It's greens and it's dairy.
Yeah.
It's what people ate 150 years ago. The meat from the animals, the greens from the earth, and fish, and the
That's
dairy
how you
stuff.
should be eating anything.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel amazing. So I'm in day 4 of getting into keto. I finally got into ketosis again today. I feel it because I went on vacation last week. So since that point, I'll go up 20, 30. I'll lose 15, 20 if I go on keto for a month or 2. But I made a decision finally. I was like, I'm doing it. It's been 7.5 months. I'm down. I started at 260.8. I went on vacation at 222.4. I came back from vacation at 234.8, cheating for 6 days. I gained like 12 pounds.
Yeah.
Now in 4 days, I've lost 7 pounds. Because what happens is in that first week or 2 of being on the keto diet, you lose all the junk and the water and the crap and the sugar. So I've lost 7 pounds in 4 days.
Yeah.
So I'll be back at 222 in a week from now. But I also run at least 3 times a week.
Nice.
I didn't last week or this week because it's so freaking hot. And I don't belong to a gym. But I do enough around 4th Street where I'm burning carbs constantly. Yeah, so keto
the way I don't follow like a diet per se, but I eat clean, like meat, vegetables, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
And I was carnivore for a little while.
Right.
But my diet is directly correlated to the way I feel. Like
Right.
if I order pizza because I'm like fucking lazy and I don't want to cook myself food and I'm like, I'll just get a pizza. I'll eat a pizza. I'm hungover the next day.
The next day you want to nap after 4 hours.
I feel like shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's direct result, and it's crazy. And like I was telling this to Matt, when you just eat like shit all the time, you just think you feel like shit. Yeah. But that's not true. It's the fucking processed food you're throwing in your body and the sugars, because they hide sugar in everything.
Yeah.
Especially them fucking sauces.
Oh, yeah. Especially, and I think they're trying to I want to get political. So anyway, you were talking about weights and stuff in my arms, and after that 9 months of keto back in 2018, I started lifting weights when I got down to 196, and I finally saw some. I never was allowed to lift weights because I was a basketball player.
No.
My dad wouldn't let me. He told me it would mess up my shot. I was a shooting guard. So I was never allowed to lift weights. So I started lifting weights, and I felt even better. Yeah. So I'm so excited because I'm basically 14 to 16 pounds away before I start lifting weights. But I ain't going to lift weights to look like Big Bobby Jones. I want to lift weight just to get a little cut. You know what I mean? I just...
This is
so
just
I'm
my
excited
recovery.
for it.
My recovery is in the gym.
Yeah, I know it is. And that's what I'm
90%
talking about.
yeah.
Dude, like, I'll feel like shit all day. Don't go run. I'll go run 3.5 miles. I am good for like 3 days. It's that rush, dude.
I do it in the morning.
Man.
And then going to AA meetings is like my community. And like obviously I love AA. It got me sober, but like a lot of my recovery is in the gym.
I'm not a morning person for the gym.
It just is what it is.
I tried it. Can't do it in the morning.
Bobby wakes up and does a cold plunge.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, I do.
Yo, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Joe
I
Rogan.
do everything he says.
Yeah.
Everything fucking tells me to do.
I was telling my wife about that a couple of months ago about how Joe Rogan said, wake up and just take a cold shower. And so I haven't tried it yet. Maybe
so I got the cold plunge, and I couldn't. I got the cold plunge because of Joe Rogan, and I couldn't do it in the morning. I was like, there's no fucking way. The first time I did it, I could only do it for like 30 seconds, and it was like 50 degrees. Like, fuck this.
Right.
And then I like worked up to a minute, and I was like, there's no way I would do it after I worked out because I would be hot. And I'd be like, it's not so bad. Then I was like, all right, I'll fucking do it in the morning. So I did it in the morning, and I was like, okay. Like, you feel real good, like, right? But I was still, like, on the fence on it because it's fucking hard. It sucks dick. It's awful. Well, I hurt myself. I was doing leg curls, and, like, I tweaked something. And I was like, oh, man, like, to where I stopped working out. And I was like, this isn't good. And I'm a bartender, so I'm on my feet. And I'm like, this is problematic. This is going to be an issue for me. Because when you tweak something in your leg and you're a big, heavy fuck like me, it doesn't work out well. You can't be bopping around. So I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh, man, it's so tight. And I got on my cold plunge for 5 minutes at 51 degrees. When I tell you I'm standing in that kitchen right behind you, kicking my leg as hard as I can because the pain was completely gone. It took away the tweak. Whatever it was, it made it go away. And I was like, I'll do this every day for the rest of my life. And I do. And it's amazing. And honestly, like now I just fucking like do it. And I feel great.
Well, I'm the type of guy who wakes up and my wife, God bless her, she knows I need like half an hour alone.
Yeah.
Like I can't remember the last time I did not do the same routine. Unfortunately, I still smoke, which I'm praying about and I really want to stop. I've never tried to, and I know God's going to help me stop. So I get a cup of coffee, I go outside with a couple of cigarettes, and I say to Our Father, Hail Mary, Glory be, third step prayer, serenity prayer. Every now and then I'll listen to the...
Mine's way more swearing.
I'll listen to it's 7 minutes and 4 seconds, the St. Francis meditation prayer. Sometimes I'll read 24-hour book, sometimes a daily meditation book. And then I start scrolling TikTok and all that stuff. I need that time to wake up. Even if I do take a nap during the day, I need that time to wake up. I'm more of like a nighttime guy.
Yeah.
You know, like when the sun's going down or even when it's like 85, 90 degrees. But this is just ridiculous outside. Hot. This is bad out there, dude.
So I get up, I do the cold plunge, and then I get on that inversion table after I shower.
Yeah, we've seen the
stay
pictures,
flipped
Bobby.
upside. Yeah, I like to post.
You know, Matt was talking about videos. I totally forgot about this. You know, and one of our good friends who passed away, Frankie, when I was working at Java and COVID hit, I wanted to somehow reach the community because we were all locked down. So I would make these videos inside the club, and Frankie was always the one making the videos with me. Like I started off doing just a Napoleon Dynamite. You ever seen that?
That movie?
No, me doing.
No, I would love to though.
Oh yeah, it's on YouTube. It's Napoleon Dynamite did the whole dance on YouTube in Java Club during COVID and sent it out to the community.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, I got the costume, both for Pedro, the hair, the glasses. Yeah. So and after that, I did a whole bunch of videos with Frankie. He was like my partner. And I think I mentioned to you, you're gonna have to be my new partner.
Yeah.
When I come up with something, y'all, Big Bobby Jones is gonna
go.
We got to come up with something good.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna do a dance?
Well, maybe.
Yeah, we'll figure.
I'll film it.
I bet you wanna.
Yeah, bet you would. Bet you would.
Yeah, man, I gotta come up with something because I miss doing that stuff. It's fun, man. Rule 62. I live my life by it. Don't take yourself so damn seriously. Tradition for the 12 and 12. Read it. It's a great story.
There's definitely too much of people taking themselves way too seriously in AA, and it's like we were talking kind of about this, about like the clickiness of AA, and how hopefully we can kind of knock down some walls with this podcast and like
the podcast. And you know what? And one thing, the way I'm trying to knock down those walls is just. And we can only worry about ourselves when we're trying. So, like, if I want a new job, I better not only be praying to God, but I better be filling out applications. If I want a good woman in my life, I better be working on the man within myself. If I want to make a change somewhere, better be about being an example and being a leader, not a follower.
No.
Way too many followers. Okay, and so my way that I try to make a change is going everywhere now. I was in Nahunta, Georgia this past week. I go out to Callahan on Sunday nights sometimes. I go out to Penman once a week. I'll be there at noon. Go to 4th Street. I'll be there Thursday. Go out to Trout River last Friday. Go out to Yulee Group to hear Fitz do the steps on Tuesday. I want to get around to spread my funness, my personality around, and maybe that'll rub off on somebody else to have fun.
Yeah.
Right? Because I need people like y'all to do these things. Thank you. So I can learn from you. And that's what AA is. We're trying to learn from each other, not be in charge of each other.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no governs here. Unfortunately, Jacksonville has a lot of governs. Yeah.
AA presidents and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. And that's okay. You know what? In the grand scheme of things, it all works out. Some people need it. Some people don't. I needed it when I needed it. I'm glad I ran away from it. I did not want to be in the middle of the popularity anymore. I thought I wanted it. I don't.
So that makes me think about our conversation about like sober living houses. You have some that are more lax.
Yeah.
You have some that it's like a strict regimen, and different people need different things. For me, when I finally went to 4th Street in a place that was kind of just like a house, it felt like a home, and you did it because you want to. Like there were rules in place. I'm thankful for them. Like. You have to go to 5 meetings, make your bed, do your chore, like all those little things, like have been instilled in me, like
accountability. It creates some sort of accountability because you've literally been living like a fucking psychopath for the last however long.
Just a routine of doing things, like. And then when I started to realize that, like making my bed, it began to be this thing, like, oh, I hope George doesn't show up and my bed's not made. I'm gonna get in trouble. And then it's like now it's just. If I don't do it, I feel weird.
Yeah. Sobriety is a Jedi mind trick for all you Star Wars fans. It really is.
Yeah.
We got to do things like that. And what I found out and what I learned, and believe me, I was a control freak when I was back in the day working in this field in 2017 and 18 is when I made the switch in 2018 and started to grow. 5 years sober, it took me so long, is the more control we try to dictate on others, the more stress we're going to put on ourselves. The more I try to control stuff at 4th Street, the more I'm going to be stressed out about stuff, especially if it's not going the way I want it to go. Again, I'm not going to get you sober. I'm not going to get you drunk. Here's the rules. Here's your contract. You're either going to do it or you're not. If you're not going to do it, you're going to be asked to leave. That's it. I'm not going to stress myself over it. Do I stress myself over it? Absolutely.
I don't know how you do so much recovery. You're just always... Like, my little cheat code is being a bartender. Because I found this little weird loophole where I can hang out at a bar, not get drunk, and, like, be away from recovery. But, like, also kind of, like, occasionally I have someone on the other side of the bar that finds their way to the rooms because of me. And they're like, wait, you don't drink? Like... And it happens. It's happened a couple times. Sometimes it's an employee. Sometimes it's just somebody sitting in a bar stool.
It's boundaries, Bobby, and I had to learn that. My wife really helped me with that. And again, God bless her, best friend. God put her in my life. Oh my goodness. And so you do that, the gym and all that, and I'm doing my diet, my running. How I do it now is family.
Yeah. Oh, you do have a big old family now.
I do it with family. I've learned how to separate. Now, my wife knows if I have to take call, I said, baby, I got to take this. If I'm home with my family and I don't have to take it and the phone goes off, because believe me, it does. And I tell everybody, yo, I'm telling y'all, if you have my number, call me anytime you want. If I don't pick up, leave a message. If it's an emergency, text me 911. I will step away from my family, but I'm not going to answer every call anymore when I'm with my family. I did that to clean and sober, to not be with my family. For example, when I left Lakeview and went to 4th Street, I was an alumni coordinator. I used my personal phone, not my office phone, and gave it to each and every single alumni in the 2 years I was there, thousands, because I wanted to make sure that if they needed me and I wasn't at work, they could contact me. When I went to 4th Street, I had to change my number. Boundaries.
Yeah.
Boundaries like that, So, yeah, you guys have boundaries, and, find it. And I never knew about boundaries until I went to Lakeview 4 years ago. I didn't know about this stuff, the mental health side of this, the clinical side of this. Thank God he put me in that position.
So you have a big family.
Yeah, how many children
kids
do
you
you
got?
have?
Wife and I got 4 together. My son just turned 14, and all 3 of my stepkids, they my kids. You know what I mean? They all about to turn of age here in a couple of months. So everybody's 2 years apart, 8, 10, 12, and 14. The girl, Sophia, is going to be 10. She runs the show. But they love each other. We are so blessed. And they really do. I mean, they'll bicker and argue like regular brothers and sisters. Man, God bless us with like how they all are and different in their own unique ways. You guys know my son's autistic, and there's some ADD there and the kids that we're addressing, and but I mean, my son goes to a private school because his mom is JSO, military veteran. We were able to get him into this private school with special needs. What a great woman she is. I put her through hell, and that's what this program has done. We're friends today.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and my 3 stepkids, they're in a charter school, which is a fantastic opportunity for those parents who check out charter schools, y'all. They have classes outside. It's smaller, so we're blessed in that area too, man. And we pray together when we eat. If the kids are around, they come and run and they want to pray with us, so we don't go to church as much as we used to. My wife became a nurse, and, she was working overnight and give the kids back Sunday morning, so she needs her rest. Now she went to days, so she's working on Sundays. So we'll get back to that at some point when schedules change, so we miss it, especially her. But yeah, man, there's 2 dogs there, because we have my sister-in-law living with us for another month. And then we also have 2 cats and a hamster who just passed away. Okay. But yeah, we're full there, and I went,
Did you picture yourself being having a big family like this when you were younger?
I didn't picture myself making it past 30.
I still think that all the time.
Yeah,
You made it.
I literally I didn't think I was gonna make it past 18. But I was like,
I was just telling this story. It was like 2000 and beginning of 2002, and I'm living in a place with my best friend Jamie at the time. It was an attic apartment. That's where we watched the towers fall during 9/11. It was so sad. And I'm just doing blow every night. And he and his girl were there. My brother, not my brother, my other friends. And they were like, what are you doing, man? You're going to kill yourself. I was like, I don't care. I'm not going to make it to 30. I'm okay with that. That's what this disease did to us. That does to us. Like, I don't care. Look what I would have missed. My boy Todd always says, we almost missed it. We almost missed it. I almost missed my son turning 14. I almost missed having my son. I almost missed actually working the steps finally in sobriety and God putting a good woman in my life with her kids. I almost missed this.
Yeah.
It's that simple to get it, but we want to complicate everything.
All this is just borrowed time for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I should not be alive. There's so many of my friends are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And I was way dumber than all of them.
Yeah.
A lot of really I know good people that because the fentanyl shit, man, that died that weren't even into that. Weren't even trying to get that kind of high. Yeah. You know what I mean? That sucks. And those people, and I made it. What is going on?
Yeah.
Just borrowed time. Man.
Yeah, and fentanyl's a game changer, and that's, another reason why my whole thought process on recovery has changed, and it's not just one way no more, because anything that's keeping us alive. So, I'm not saying I'm against Suboxone. I'm not saying I'm for Suboxone. What I am against is it being shoved down our throats when nowhere near all of us who are on it need to be on it, and it's shoved down our throats by certain places.
Yeah.
At 24 milligrams, 16 milligrams to start. Does it save lives? Absolutely. Should there be a plan to get off of it? Absolutely. If you choose to stay, and that's the thing. And listen, it has saved lives. I'm not saying not to get on it. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is, thank God I know today that there's other resources out there, because what works for me may not work for you. AA is not 100%. If we do what they tell us to do, it's 100%. That's what I feel, but not everybody's going to be able to, or I shouldn't say it that way. Everybody is able to, but not everybody is going to.
Cannot or will not.
Exactly. Thank you for that. Perfect. And it's...
I know the statistics are crazy. Like 2% of people stay sober.
But
So it's like stupid.
The only statistic I like is the rarely have we seen. I like that.
That thoroughly follows our
Listen,
path.
there's no.
And that's what I was.
There's no.
Yeah. Because if you actually
There's no
do it, you'll
statistics.
stay sober.
There's no record of this stuff.
No.
There's that whole anonymous part. So I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Are we violating the traditions by talking about this?
This is not an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. So I've had particularly one old timer say, you can't say Alcoholics Anonymous. You can't use people's last names. If I have permission, I'm going to use them. It's press, radio, and films. Listen, I'm sorry if I'm violating a tradition. If I even am, my understanding is, we're not... fuck that. I'm promoting Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. It's 2025. We're dying out there.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of change. I understand the anonymous part of the program when the program came out in the 30s. Think about it. I don't want Dr. Bob looking at my ass as a drunk. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You're sitting
It's
down with us, too,
2025.
you
Listen, we are dying out there. If I could get the message out there by saying Alcoholics Anonymous on a podcast, when it's in every movie theater, every single
Everything.
show, every single social media, stars have podcasts. We need more podcasts.
Yeah.
We need more movies. We need more people promoting it on social media. We need that shit. We're fucking dying out there. So take your old timer bullshit and go elsewhere with it. You're killing people by trying to keep it anonymous 1930s.
Yeah. Also,
stop.
If you don't know this,
Sorry.
you can get on Zoom at any hour of the day and get a meeting. So, you hop on Zoom if you want a meeting.
Dude, I've gone on Zoom in Ireland and sat there with
that's fucking cool.
And
let's
you hear
promote that. Go to meetings in other countries.
Just go.
It's cool.
Just go.
But, man, no, I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
No, I mean we're doing it.
I will say this, though. I believe in a meeting, what you hear here, who you see here, let it stay here.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring up.
Hell, I'm not going to tell you who's in the meeting.
Told me this and they relapsed.
Yeah.
Guess what I saw in Detox?
I'll share what I heard in the meeting, because that's the message.
Yeah.
I'm not going to share who's in the meeting. People do that shit too. I'm not going to take pictures while I'm in a meeting. People do that too. I think that's wrong. But there is a difference, We are on a
They got the
podcast.
movie of Bill Wilson's life. It's like, is that, wouldn't that be?
Yeah, wouldn't it? Thank you for doing it. Thank you.
This isn't going to turn people away from it.
No.
If anything, it's going to bring people through the doors.
As long as
those
we're
guys are
showing the
normal.
solution. It's the solution. We're not coming out here and bashing.
Normal.
Especially this. We're sharing the solution, think about it, for all programs of recovery.
Yeah.
If no programs are working for you and you're a cokehead, go to CA. They actually have those meetings.
Yeah.
But if you go to CA, do what they do at CA.
It boils down to this. It's not cool to be on drugs
It's not.
and you're going to die.
Also,
So whatever it
China's
takes.
trying to kill you because if you notice, no other countries have fentanyl overdoses.
Did you watch the Cash Patel?
It's just America.
Did you watch the Cash
Yes.
I'm a Dan Bongino fan. Dan, I hope
I
you
knew it.
listen to this. I love Dan
So,
Bongino.
they're attacking us, and it's only happening in America. If I go to Puerto Rico right now and get some cocaine, there's a 0% chance that it has fentanyl in it. I'm not going to OD from fentanyl. But guess what? If I do it here in America, there's a real good chance it might have fentanyl in it. They're trying to kill us.
It's the next thing, right? So you get heroin in the 80s, right? And then it moves up and it's something else. Now it's just the opioid crisis in the early 2000s, big pharma, and now it's fentanyl. Guess what? In 10, 15 years, it's going to be something else.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be. We need to get the message out there.
It's going to be AI.
So
we'll all be addicted
who knows
to
the
AI.
most about alcoholism and addiction in this world? People who are alcoholics and addicts in recovery. Who knows the most about the solution in recovery? People who are alcoholics and addicts. So we need to let people know there's a solution to not dying. There's a solution to, you know what? Don't die. Don't do anything. Be miserable, but you're not dead. You know, that's why we're selling ourselves short if we're staying clean and sober and not only working the 12 steps, but trying to live by the principles behind the 12 steps, which I told you I'm huge on. Because I did that bullshit for 4.5 years and I was miserable because I wasn't working steps with God. So at 4.5, 5 years sober, when I finally turned my will and my life over to the care of God, I finally worked step 6 and 7. If I'm doing 2 and 3, then I'm working 11. Step 10 was I call you an asshole, apologize the same exact day. That's what I thought step 10 was. What I know now is step 10 is a game changer. It's my lifesaver. So I don't have to do 4 through 9. So I don't have to owe you an amends, or I could spot check inventory, or I could pause, or I can underreact, you know? Because of that, I had a spiritual awakening as a result of the steps. If you're not working the steps and you're clean and sober in any program you choose, whatever their steps are, whatever their requirements are, we are selling ourselves short. Why stay clean and sober and not try to be better? Yeah. That's what I was doing.
Do you think it boils down to this? Like, there's just power in following suggestion, right?
Yeah.
Like, when we come in here, we're just so caught up on thinking we know what's best. Like, okay, for me, I thought I had things figured out, and clearly, if you look at my life, I didn't. And then finally, when I say, hey, I don't have things figured out, and I come to someone and I'm like, hey, you seem like you might have things figured out. Can you show me what I need to do? And I just start doing those things, and then things get better. Because you could have 3 sponsors and 3 programs, and they're all telling people to do different things, and they're all staying clean and sober.
Yeah. And the mind is crazy how it works, right?
I like Jedi mind trick. I definitely, but I believe that.
It's repetition too, right? So I say I was a right-handed basketball player. That's my story. I was a basketball player. It took me a long time to learn how to dribble with my left, but the more I practiced, the better I got. So the more I practice at wake up in the morning, asking my higher power to relieve me of alcoholism, the more I thank him at night, maybe in the middle of the day turn to him, maybe get to a meeting. Meeting is a prayer meeting, serenity prayer, our Father, somebody's talking about God, let me call somebody else, something in recovery space. Before the end of the day, you work all 12 steps. You really do.
Yeah.
But it has to be a repetitive process. Otherwise, I'm going to forget.
I remember for me, when I first came in the room, this is another reason why I like this podcast. I want people to know that AA is confusing. When you come into AA, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, and I was too embarrassed to say, hey, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about because I thought I was going to look stupid. But like, what do you mean I'm supposed to follow these steps? What does that fucking mean? And then also, not to mention that I'm in here and I'm scared to death because all of you are telling me if I don't do this, I'm going back out.
You're gonna die.
Well, if I do this and it doesn't work, what the fuck then?
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I really did it. I don't know how you made it so long without relapsing, because when I've done this a few times, and I fucking have a terrible program. But I usually make it about, the longest I made it is 3.5 years. Right. And I fucking, but yeah, that was like 0 program.
Service work, Bobby.
Yeah.
I was always around. Again, start sober softball in the beginning of 2014. I'm around y'all. I'm the 7 p.m. chair captain at my home group. I'm around y'all. I'm going out to eat dinner with people. I'm around y'all. I'm calling people. I'm picking up the phone. I'm sponsoring people. I go and get my first job in recovery 2.5 years sober. I was around y'all, around. So I was always with y'all. So, and that's what saved me.
Yeah.
It what saved me when I got my second divorce. It saved me in my third divorce, So, yeah.
Did you ever, through any of all that, did you ever think about, like, were you ever, like, almost there? Like, you ever have one of those moments where you're standing there with the sink with a bottle? Like?
No. And I think it was, again, because I wasn't healed yet. I didn't have a spiritual awakening. So one of my favorite movies and books is The Count of Monte Cristo. You guys know about that?
I know of it. I'm not familiar.
So what happens is, like, the guy gets sent off to prison, and he's like a king or a prince, and he's in prison for like 20-something years, and he has somebody's in there with another prisoner, and that guy shares with him where all his gold is, and he just waits and he waits and he waits and he waits for years, and he escapes and finds the gold, and he changes his whole image, and he gets back to where they sent him away from wrongfully, and he becomes the Count of Monte Cristo. So he seeks out revenge in that way. So
I love this story.
So like through divorce 2 and 3, because I was so sick, and my mind was like, and I told you earlier, I went on a revenge diet after my 3rd divorce. I was like, I'm going to show you.
I'm going to be bad.
It had nothing to do with the steps. It had nothing to do with God. And if y'all don't know, if you haven't heard me share or speak, I tell on myself because I was so sick, don't do it like I did it. So, so I was on this revenge thing. Like, I changed my Facebook saying to like Count of Monte Cristo. And it was always like, seriously, I was like, I'm going to show you. And in a weird, diabolical, sick way, it worked for me not to take a drink, but didn't work for me to become the best version of myself that God wants me to be a better person. What worked is when I started working the steps.
Yeah.
It saved me from drinking and drugging. One of the little things that saved me, and
fucking ego saved you from
ego. Yeah, I mean, plus here's the thing: after divorce 2, it was 2 years clean and sober. I moved into the front house of Jobber and sober living. Divorce 3, 4.5 years clean and sober. I moved into front house of Jobber, sober living. My higher power has a sense of humor. Put me in both of those, the same exact house at 2 and 4.5 years sober, bankrupt and divorced and carless again. You're telling me that he didn't have a plan for me, and I was just in enough pain. I finally did what y'all were telling me to do for 5 years, and it happened quickly because I did it so quickly.
Listen, God's working through you, man.
Yeah, it's he's working through you. He's working through everybody. We just have to remember and let him work. You gotta let him work. I no longer, what is it? I don't steer no more. I let him steer and I paddle. That's it. Yeah.
So any closing thoughts? Anything? Are we about there?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That is what she said.
Hey, come out to Penman this Saturday night. Okay, I'm speaking at 8. I'm gonna get a bunch of people
I'm
out there.
actually doing my story at Gateway on Thursday.
No, it's Saturday night.
We're letting you
No,
in there.
I'm doing
Oh, you're doing it Thursday?
Yeah, I haven't done at Gateway.
Detox or the actually residential?
It's who fucking. I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah.
You probably
You're gonna be great.
show up.
You're gonna be great.
I don't remember.
I'll find out.
I'll be at 4th Street listening to Jason and Liz. Yeah.
Yeah, I volunteered a while ago.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you want to speak elsewhere? I can get you to speak elsewhere.
Let's see how
My homegirl, Trish, is looking for people that message, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My problem is I'm a bartender. So
Yeah.
I'm Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Right.
I'm bartending.
Okay.
So that's the problem. He just happened to catch me.
Yo, Oxford houses are great. They're own another sober living. They're all over the nation, and they have so many now in Jacksonville. And they're holding the first recovery kind of festival in Jacksonville. It's going to be in September as well, Randolph Park, and you'll see a bunch of things.
I saw an ad for that.
Yeah, I'm the guest speaker for that too. So we're going to have a tent there for 4th Street. People could put up tents and vendors. May I suggest to y'all, I could put you in contact with Bo, who's doing it. Maybe set up your podcast there for that and have people sit in during it. It's something Jersey Joe and me and Aaron always wanted to do when the convention came to town, but we just
quick,
didn't do it.
like sit down, talk for a sec,
Yeah, just come sit down and talk, and you have your stuff set down under their tent. Me, Jersey Joe, and Aaron wanted to do it when we had Picnic Table Society. We had over 100 episodes when the convention came. We just didn't do it, And if Elizabeth was ready, I'd be like, Elizabeth, let's do this too. You set up a tent. You got to pay for the tent. You're helping out Oxford, and they're paying for the festival, and it's like $150. But you sit there, for like 5 hours. People, hey, come on down, come say hello. You okay to be on the podcast? Dude, you can put together all kinds of clips. That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
You see how the brain works? Just real fast.
Yeah. Yeah. So Will Carroll is who. Oh fuck! I shouldn't have said it. Well, it doesn't matter. He's the one that asked me to. Anyways.
I'm gonna beep it out. Will, boop. I don't think he'll care.
He won't care.
He won't Carol.
Nah.
Get it, Carol.
But yeah, he asked me like a month ago to speak at Gateway. I haven't done my story in forever.
Really?
It might be terrible.
It's your story.
Yeah.
It's not going to be terrible.
I have terrible recall. So, like...
They don't know that. Whatever you say is how it
Matt
goes.
did my interview, like, it interviewed me. I was like, I watched it, and I was like, oh, my God, I left out everything.
So, Bobby, the first couple of times I ever did my story, when I hit a year, my sponsor, Stephen H., he said, write down, like, bullets. Like, born in 1977, father, mother. And you'll remember most of it because you're writing it down. But have it in front of you. I sat down for, like, the first 4 or 5 times, and I just had it there. And then after, like, 3 or 4
Chronological order.
Yeah.
That's smart.
type
I
of
should do
thing.
that.
Yeah, just bring it with you.
Make some bullet
But
points.
first of all, you're going there, half the patients.
They're not going to listen to anything I say.
And here's the thing. And I think you heard me say it when I was doing the steps at Penman, dude. It was like, I have the same prayer before I speak anywhere, right? Thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity. Let one word out of one sentence, out of one paragraph come out to translate to help one person. And even if it doesn't help one person in this room tonight, it's helping me. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Amen. It's helping you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, as long as it helps you or helps someone and or you, even if you make it all up.
And I
We'll do
guarantee
that.
you, whether you go for 10 minutes or 50 minutes, somebody is going to make it out of there, and you're going to see him somewhere at a meeting, and he's going to come up to you. Dude, I heard you at Gateway. You were great. It's going to happen. It's going
Big
to
Bobby Jones.
Yeah, be fucking confident. Stop being a little sissy. Experience, strength, and dope. God. Have some balls like your muscles.
Yeah.
Be confident, man.
I know, right?
It's your story.
I know, but fuck. I get nervous.
And
Which
so
is
do
so
I.
weird.
And one time I get nervous, having me do them steps, that was a daily, weekly nerve-wracking.
Did you save your notes?
Like, such anxiety, bro. Like, that would have eaten me alive
It's so
to have to
fun.
go back. Like, I don't know how you do it. To go back, especially have to keep going back. You want me to come back and talk again for another fucking hour? Hey, I just did an hour.
Yeah, it's so I did it for the first time in Yulee in 2018, and thank God I saved those notes. I've done it all over the place, and it's a privilege to be asked. And I have those notes, and every time I get asked, number one, I listen to Joe and Charlie for each step in the big book.
Joe and Charlie's
and
great.
I read the 12 and 12 for that step, and I find what step, where it is in the big book, and I read that, and then I go to my notes. And usually what happens is I'll take stuff out because I've grown from those previous notes and add new things, and then I have to remember when I get to the certain step about where I am today to add that. It's the same thing with your story. You do it now with whatever sober time you have. If you get asked again in a year, the only thing you're going to really add is the past year.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's just, and it's helping people.
Fun fact, I went and saw Jeff Deck at Penman. He kept talking about how he couldn't find his fucking notes. And they ended up being sitting right next to me. And I'm like, hey, like at the end, I'm like, hey, Jeff Deck, is this your book?
It was my 12 and 12.
It's like, I needed those. It's like, I've just been rambling. I was like, I thought you did great. You did such a good job. He's, I've literally just been rambling for like the last 20 minutes. I didn't know what to fucking say.
No, man. It was my 12 and 12. And I
It was
have
so
my
good,
notes,
though.
and it says read page 41 in the 12 and 12. And I'm like, I ain't got the 12 and 12, but you know what? This is what I think it says, and blah, blah, blah.
It was so good, though. I was like, wait, you were rambling? You were doing good.
Yeah. And then Bobby was like, hey, is this your book? I'm like, what the fuck? He just handed it to me.
You could have told me. I just realized.
Last time I saved a seat for Bobby Jones with one of my books. It was so fun, man.
Man, Jeff Deck, I really appreciate you coming out.
Thank you, man.
Hopefully we'll see you in a podcast soon.
Yeah, well, when Elizabeth is ready. And until she is, I'm just going to keep filming from my phone once a week.
All right, that's all. You could literally just sit down and talk, man.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I didn't get 300 views like y'all. Theo Vaughn, watch out.
No.
Yeah.
The only reason we get views is because of the guests. They always been watching us.
Yeah, we need you to plug this. I know you will.
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
You'll get probably more views than anybody.
Trust me. We talked about the hate I get, and that's okay.
Yeah, but people will watch
yeah,
it just
yeah.
hate on you.
Oh, yeah. Any publicity is good publicity.
That's right.
You got to knock Combustible off of his throne.
He's on the throne? What,
That's our top. Yeah.
He might. I don't know.
No, he does.
Does he still have
Elizabeth's trailing behind him, but every time she gets a couple, he gets a couple. So there's this
I heard that
4-point differential that just stays.
I heard Jason goes to the library every day and goes on each computer. He goes on each computer and
That's
pulls
right.
that shit
He's
up.
like the bots on Spotify to like get all the streams.
He's using a VPN.
You need to do it all of them. Help us out, Jason.
You guys should clip some too. Like put out little clips.
We
here and
we do. We need to go through and
Yeah.
use some
They're fun
little,
to do that shit. Yeah.
because there's little clips on all of them that we could use them for.
Well, here's the thing too. If there's a way that you could kind of send it to me also, and I could save it, I could. So I have enough followers where I could do certain things on TikTok that certain people can't. Like I can make money on TikTok. I don't know how. I ain't reading the directions. So I have enough followers where I can put up like an hour-long video. Yeah. So you guys from here, make a TikTok page. Put that shit out there. I'll tell you what the hashtag is. Stuff like that. Just for this. Yeah. Just for this.
So, Bobby, you got to figure out what to make clips, and then I'll do them.
All right.
Like, go through it. Like, this would be a good clip on 1 minute, 41 seconds, episode 6.
I've actually been... I don't like to watch myself. That's my thing.
I hate my voice. I get it.
I do too.
Everyone hates it.
No, I hate every. So I watched the Stephanie Patton one. Yeah.
I fucking hate your voice. Say coffee.
I hate my mannerisms, the way I talk, everything.
I be watching the faces I made. I'm like, why am I doing that?
I'm very, very self-conscious and very hard on myself. So like, I did watch Stephanie's because like I haven't watched really any of them. And I watched Stephanie's from start to finish. And, like, I watched her, and I was like, oh, my God, she's so good. And then I watched me, and I'm like, I may be physically disabled.
Bobby, you look so normal. I was like, Bobby looks so normal on here. Why am I making weird faces?
Matt's the third person in this room when it comes to this. I'm looking at Bobby doing this, the longest conversation we've ever had, even though we've known each other for almost 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
Right? So, during this, I was like, this is when my head goes, Bobby reminds me of me. Like, I see your mannerisms. I see your facial expressions. I see you smiling when you talk. I see that you talk. Yeah. So I'm saying to myself, you remind me of me. So I don't know if you see any similarities there. Not muscles, he got them. But I'm just talking about, like, have confidence. Yeah. It's okay to be confident. Take pride, and it's okay to have certain kinds of pride in the fact that you don't talk and act like everybody else. You're not a Stepford wife or husband. You're your own person. We need different personalities, not the same personality.
But here's the thing. Everyone who watches themselves on a podcast doesn't like their voice, doesn't like the way they sound because it's different than how we hear it in our head. That's normal. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just tripping. I'm awesome. I tell myself that.
You are awesome.
Yeah, and I've watched Jason, I've watched Liz. I watched a little bit about when Mike and Joe were on. I was like, thanks a lot, Mike. He said, oh, wow, this is the best looking podcast I've been on. I was on another one. He was talking about mine. Sorry, it was in 4th Street, Fisher, right? So
it's not that good, y'all.
I watched about 10 minutes of Steph yesterday. I got to finish watching hers. And the cool thing about you two guys is you're not the same. So, like, you're like the dude in the room when we're all smoking weed, and when you say shit, you say shit. You know what I mean? And he's the talker. What's weird about me and Elizabeth is we both fucking talk, even though I talk more. So you
guys reminded me of like a radio show. That's how I felt when I was there, like busting each other's
She's
balls.
Great too. She's phenomenal.
I think she's a great partner to have in this. I can't wait until she's ready again. I miss it.
She was the voice of Sonny's. Come on down, y'all.
Did she let you hear it? Because I know on the podcast she didn't pull it up. Did she let you pull it up?
I haven't heard it yet.
Oh my God, she did it on our podcast. It's crazy, that commercial. Yeah, it's so fun.
All right, guys, let's wrap this up. We're just going to keep
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Here is your reminder.
Take out the trash.
Take out the trash.
Oh shit, that's me.